Well, hello everyone. This is Richard Kadish, owner and broker in charge of Go Gated Realty, Hilton Head Island and Bluffton, South Carolina. Today is November 1st, 2023. We're on Hilton Head Island at Woodlake Villas, an economical condominium community that has a gated entrance. Woodlake has a real nice community swimming pool and fitness center. That fitness center occupies the building there to the right. The pool is straight ahead, and they have an on-site regime management office immediately there to the left. I don't think there's another condominium location, certainly in this price range, that has as good a fitness center as here at Woodlake Villas. The swimming pool has restrooms and a large deck. It's covered over now for the off-season, but what a great amenity here at Woodlake. These Woodlake Villas were built back in 1982. There's 224 of them in total. They come in 3 different floor plans. There's a townhouse floor plan, which is 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. There's 2 flat floor plans. They're all about 1,025 square feet. And while I'm generally a buyer's agent for sales, I've been a long-term rental agent for a long time. Way back into the 80s, 1980s, Ronald Reagan was elected in 80, and of course in 1986 we had the Tax Reform Act, where he lowered all the tax brackets. Then condominiums like this and others really needed to earn their keep, which is to say, instead of just operating as tax shelters, they had to produce rental income. And that's when I got into the long-term rental business. At one point, my company was managing over 100 villas on the island, and that included managing properties, buying, selling, and managing properties here at Woodlake Villas. And we're going to walk through one today, take a look at it, talk a bit more about what's going on here and what happened in this particular transaction. One of my longtime clients, who for many years has owned one of these Woodlake Villas, called not long ago and told me he needed to do a 1031 exchange on a commercial building that he was selling in New York. And a few months went by, and then he called back and said, well, he was ready to go, and what could he buy here to 1031 exchange some of that money. And he particularly liked this location since he already had bought and owned here. And pretty much simultaneous to that same event, one of my owners, who already owned one of these Woodlake Villas that you see here in front of you, number 70, one of the flats, well, they wanted to sell their villa. So that owner, a builder from Kansas, he and his wife jumped in their truck, drove out here, renovated the villa, and buyer number 1, doing the 1031 exchange, went ahead and bought it. Let's walk through and take a quick look at it. The new tenant is in the process of moving in, but we'll just look around. This is an excellent rental property, and these condominiums in general in this location do not allow vacation rentals. This is strictly what's called long-term rental, 30 days or longer. Tile floors are very good for lower upkeep over time. This villa has that. In the bedrooms, the owner removed the carpet that had been there for some years and replaced it with laminate. In the kitchen, they painted the cabinets, bought all new stainless appliances, replaced the countertops, and installed some new light fixtures, making it like new. We had the heating and air system serviced, and they brought in brand new clothes washers and dryers. They hung some new light fixtures and a new fan, Behind that TV over there, by the way, is a fireplace. So the owner had all of the carpet removed, replaced it with some beautiful laminate flooring. This is the second bathroom. They added that cabinet and they painted all the walls and woodwork. Here in the primary bedroom, once again they replaced all of that carpet that was here for years. They replaced it with a beautiful laminate floor. And here in the primary bathroom, they tore out the old shower, had it all retiled, installed that stylish sliding glass door, and installed a new vanity in here with a lovely framed mirror. The setting here for the Woodlake Villas is beautiful among the trees. Very popular location for islanders, either as tenants or as for owners who want to have either primary or second homes here. A quick description of the sales market here at Woodlake Villas. Today there's 8 of these 2-bedroom villas for sale on the market. They range in price today. Well, they range from $200,000 up to $270,000. All in all, a rather serendipitous series of events with this property becoming available at the same time that another of my clients wanted to do a 1031 exchange and specifically wanted one that had been renovated. We're moving in this new tenant now at $1,800 a month. And then client number 3 called and said, well, I think it's time for me to sell my Woodlake Villa. The regime fees have gone up. I think it's time to get out. So client number 1 said, hey, that's great. Let's get both of those. You continue managing them. And then client number 3 from Massachusetts said, hey, I've got this other villa nearby at Tabby Walk. I think it's time to sell that one too. So I went back to client number 1 and said, well, I've got a third one for you if you want it. And he said, yeah, let's go. So we have it under contract. It's also recently closed. And so now buyer number 1 owns 4 villas and 3 of them recently through his 1031 exchange. Well, we'll go see the other one over at Tabby Walk, not far from here. Not far from Woodlake, also on Matthews Drive, is Tabby Walk Villas. And Tabby Walk is a mixed bag, if you will. It's a lot of tenants. You have some second home owners. You have some primary homeowners. However, this, like Woodlake, is a condominium community where the vacation rentals are not allowed. Again, sometimes called short-term rentals. Strictly long-term rentals here, meaning tenants with leases. And this is where my client from Massachusetts came along and bought a foreclosure some years ago. Asked me to manage the rental for him, so we did. We put a tenant in there, and he's had it for some years. And then recently, after he was talking about selling his Woodlake Villa, which we did, he said, well, I think I'll go ahead and sell that Tabby Walk Villa also. So I introduced my New York buyer to this villa, and he said, okay, that works, let's go ahead and get that one. So we had, of course, a certified inspection, and yours truly ended up overseeing quite a few repairs to that villa. Tabby Walk does not have a security gate like Woodlake, but it has a real nice swimming pool, and the location is very desirable for many tenants. It has a center island location, just a few blocks from the Hilton Head Hospital. It's close to an awful lot of jobs in the area. This neighborhood has 1 and 2 bedroom condominiums, higher density than Woodlake because you have first and second floor flats. They're all flats, so it's higher density. The prices move pretty much in parity with Woodlake. And our subject villa today is a first floor flat that we're looking at now, facing towards us, and the entrance to the right. Let's go in and take a look. So this owner, my client, so once again I was a dual agent for this sale. We had, when he purchased this as a foreclosure, made improvements, which included putting down a laminate floor in the living room there and in the bedroom, replacing the old carpet. But this time around, after the inspection, there were quite a few things that needed to be done. Ultimately, the seller not only negotiated on the price, but ended up making a little over $6,000 worth of repairs and improvements, which included that new clothes dryer that you see straight ahead there, and this new microwave over the range with a couple of new cabinets there framing it in. For this sale, we ended up tearing out that tile surround that you see there and completely retiling the surround with the gray tile that you see, and also painting the bathroom. Here's our bedroom with the laminate floor, a door out to the patio, and the closet connects from the bedroom right into the bathroom. A good sized closet. So we're about to put a new tenant into this villa at about $1,450 a month, plus utilities. Sometimes the 1 bedrooms cash flow better than the 2 bedrooms. In this case, Tabby Walk has lower monthly fees than Woodlake, and so therefore it cash flows better than Woodlake. It worked out for everyone. We had 3 owners, each of them doing their own 1031 exchanges. I don't do anything like the sales of condominiums like this that I did some years ago. For myself, my business has transitioned almost entirely into single-family homes and the Bluffton real estate market. But for those of you who might like to 1031 a property or are looking for possibly a vacation condominium on Hilton Head Island, well, this video hasn't talked about them, but I'll be happy to work with you for those. Just let me know. I'm sure we'll find one for you. Please call about your real estate needs here on Hilton Head Island or in Bluffton. I'd be happy to hear from you. And here's how you can reach me. My cell phone, 843-684-2933. My email address, rich@gogated.com. That's RICH@GOGATED.com. And my website is gogated.com. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, well, there's more at the Go Gated channel on YouTube. So please subscribe. And thank you for watching.